Hello everybody. This sure is a Nintendo game, alright. The Nintendo game it is Tetris Attack. Now why am I playing Tetris Attack? Why am I playing it on Versus as a new game? And most importantly, why am I only playing it on normal difficulty? These questions and more will be answered right now. This is a video for the Let's Play Olympics. Specifically, week 4 of the Let's Play Olympics. We've been doing this for a month solid, and you still have no idea what it's about? What is with you? Alright, for the benefit of the new person, I'm not going to judge, I'm not going to call you silly. I'm just going to explain what the Let's Play Olympics are. On socksmakepeoplesexy.net, on its forums, there's a user by the name of Fat Kakashi. One day, Fat Kakashi had a grand idea. He wanted to do something called the Let's Play Olympics. And test all the nice LPers on the sub-forum on Socks Make People Sexy to a test of gameplay ability. Myself being one of them, and I decided to enter because it sounded like super-duper fun. A month later, here I am, and for half a month, I haven't been playing my usual action platformers. Because Fat Kakashi has decided to throw us a curveball and say, you know, everyone's good at action platformers, but how about throwing some puzzle games and other assorted things in here? Because, you know, Olympics don't just... The Olympics aren't just, like, all high jump or long jump or whatever. You've got a mix of stuff. So, Let's Play Olympics has a mix of action platformers and sports games and puzzle games. And any other assorted little challenge Fat Kakashi decides to throw our way. I beat the first stage of Tetris Attack. I'll get to what Tetris Attack is. Don't worry. We're still explaining things, and I'm just going a mile a minute here. Because, again, it'll become readily apparent. So the rules for the Let's Play Olympics are that each week, Mr. Fat Kakashi picks a game. And I, or rather every contestant, but me in particular now because I'm playing and I'm talking and I'm super special like that, have 15 minutes to play this game to the best of our ability. And for this, we are graded in 3 categories, you see, by various voters. There's style, skill, and commentary. And you can get a maximum of 5 points each in those. Now, the current rankings actually have me in the lead, ever so slightly. Just 2 points ahead of the 2 guys tied for second place. The aforementioned Fat Kakashi and Angry Ed, and the guy named Boner is in 3rd place. Now, this is probably going to change, because Fat Kakashi is a fucking god at this game, and he played the motherfucker on hard. I attempted that. It was not pretty. It was not a very good thing, so I have forced myself to bump down to normal in the name of actually making progress. And hopefully I'll make enough, but Fat Kakashi is almost certainly going to get more style points than me, or skill points or whatever, so I'm going to have to make up for it in commentary. And, well, that's where I just hope I can win, because, you know, I like you guys. So I want to talk a bit about Tetris Attack, or, as it may be known to a lot of people, Panel de Pon. This is a very ubiquitous puzzle game. It's gotten around a lot. Some people know it as Panel de Pon, some people know it as Tetris Attack, but a lot of people know it as the Pokemon Puzzle League. Or, me, in my case, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, the Game Boy Color port of that particular game. They're all the exact same game. Tetris Attack here throws in characters from Yoshi's Island, like Bumpty and Dr. Freezegood. That's what they got. Dr. Freezegood sounds like a radio DJ name. I mean, I could just hear some guy like, "Hey, this is Dr. Freezegood, welcoming you to CHMR FM. We're gonna play a little freeze pop for you. So sit on down, because Dr. Freezegood is in the house." Did I just make up another voice? I think I might have. Oh, dear God. What have I done? Yeah, this game is actually pretty tricky. I'm gonna confess right here, I'm not a puzzle game whiz. Like, I played a bunch of Kirby's Avalanche as a kid, but that's Puyo Pop. That's nothing like Panel de Pon. Well, it is kind of like Panel de Pon in that you match shapes, and the more shapes and combos and things you match, the more shit comes down at your opponent to fuck them up and clutter their area and beat them. So it is kind of like Puyo Pop in that retrospect. Respect! I always mess that word up! Every time I say it's kind of like a thing, I will always say in that retrospect, but I mean in that respect. Holy shit. Like, oh, God. That is ridiculous. I mean, seriously. I might as well just talk backwards for the entire thing. Here, why don't we try some now? We're gonna talk in tongues right now. Boogity, 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 boogity. Okay, that doesn't work at all. So why don't we talk more about some Tetris Attack? You match these nice colored shapes up, and when you get 3 of a kind, they all go and disappear. And I just beat fucking Poochie from Yoshi's Island. I think that's his name, Poochie. Silly Poochie. He's not Goopy. Yep, Poochie and Grinder. Grinder's the name of the monkey? I get it. He's like those little monkeys that grind the organs. Do. Now I'm just thinking of... No, wait, that's the guy from Ocarina of Time. What the hell am I thinking of? Well, that is kind of like the music a grinder organ monkey would play. You know it. You people who've played Ocarina of Time, you know what I'm talking about. You know the skinny. God, that Wiggler is so angry. Holy Christ. So I think this game has a plot that... Well, it's a puzzle game, so I mean, really, does the plot matter? Again, does the plot matter for a lot of things, but... I guess there's some sort of evil spell that Bowser's put on everybody, so they're all like... Rah, 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 rah. Now that was a nice combo, holy shit. Good Christ almighty, when I try, I can be pretty decent at this game. Not hard mode decent, but normal mode good. I mean, I don't have that much experience with the Paneled Upon series. I mean, I've played Pokemon Puzzle Challenge on the Game Boy Color, which is Pokemon Puzzle League's little brother. It's pretty much just this in 8 bits with little Pokemon, and you can even catch Pokemon sometimes. Wow, you know? I should really give that game another shot. That's a good game. God, I know. Well, let's focus on Tetris Attack, though. Yeah, Tetris Attack. And I've played Puzzle League on the Game Boy. Actually, well, they ported that and Dr. Mario into one cart, which is very convenient. That's 2 great puzzle games. I mean, I would say, oh, why don't you make a Nintendo Puyo Pop? But they did Kirby's fucking Avalanche, which is also Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Yeah, Fat Kakashi did mention this in his little take of this, where he destroyed this game and made it weep at his almighty southern glory, but it's weird that puzzle games tend to have a lot of reskins. Like, Paneled Upon alone has both a Yoshi theme and a Pokemon themed reskin. 2 Pokemon themed reskins, actually. And maybe more. I'm really not that familiar with the Paneled Upon series as a whole. I don't know if it's gotten around as much as Puyo Pop has, because Puyo Pop has a shitload of them. I mean, you got your regular Puyo Pop with the goddamn devil playing the ukulele and turning up the heat because he wants to get a tan, and so does his demon lady friend or something. And then you got Kirby's Avalanche, which I know, and then you've got Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which is just stuff based on the old Sonic cartoon, you know, the one that's really popular with the YouTube poops these days. There are a lot of reskins of that. A lot of reskins of Paneled Upon, too. Puzzle games are fun, though. And also, now I'm remembering, Fat Kakashi mentioned another little thing he was going to do. I think he's going to do it starting next week, since we're halfway through the Let's Play Olympics. I think it's going for either 8 weeks or maybe 9. I don't think he's quite decided yet, but what he's going to do, instead of just saying this week's game is whatever, he's going to, like, make these little condition sort of things. Like, he'll go through the trouble of playing a game, make a save state, send people said save state, and then have us go nuts and try to stay alive. Like, I think the example he gave was loading up a save state to Link to the Past and finding you're at Death Mountain with not very many hearts and one magic bottle, one magic potion. And then you have to survive, like a survivalist sort of challenge, which I really dig that. I am ecstatic and excited for that, Mr. Fat Gay. Even if you're probably going to get first place and overtake my throne. But, well, we'll see. Let's not be completely pessimistic yet. Maybe I'll get a bunch of points. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll gain the lead back in later weeks. Maybe I won't. All's fair in LP Olympics, after all. Gots to do good. Just gotta match them shapes up. So I'm kind of getting a groove now. Kinda. Just matching damn blocks. These latter stages are kind of... I think there are 8 stages of main guys, and then you go to, like, Bowser's Castle or something. I think. I like matching those exclamation points. Give you an automatic little block to rain down on your opponent. That stupid crab from Yoshi's Island. Funny how Yoshi's Island got around a lot like that. Oh, I can share a story about Yoshi's Island while I puzzle game. Alright, so I may have shared this story before somewhere, but I think I wrote about it, actually. It was 1996, and I was at my grandparents' place. My parents were gone somewhere else to a wedding, so I'm there by myself for the weekend with them. And I have my Super Nintendo. So I go to the rental shop, and I say, I'm going to rent a game. And the first game I rent is Super Mario RPG. That was my very first RPG. I was terrible at it, but anyway, the relevant part of the story is I take it back after the rental period, and I think, what's another game I can get? Now, I remember I was eyeing Yoshi's Island because it looked interesting. I'm like, but it has a little baby. I don't know. But then I saw a game called Mario's Time Machine. And I thought, well, holy shit, Mario traveling through time. What more could a guy ask for? And that's what I rented. I rented Mario's Time Machine over Yoshi's Island. I was tricked! Tricked, I tell you. I was only like 10. I didn't know. Why didn't I understand that this was going to be some sort of learning experience? And I'm Canadian, so it's not even a relevant thing. Nobody teaches you about the Declaration of Independence in Canadian history class? No! They teach you about Canada's involvement in World War II. That's what they teach you. It was a pretty big involvement, you know. But world history, I digress. We're fighting this big old guy. Ugh, those things were big, and I remember like Nintendo advertising these guys as a big point, like, oh my god, morphomatic technology! That fucking Yoshi's Island commercial that ripped off that scene from Monty Python's The Meaning of Life with Mr. Creosote. You remember the one? Where he has the extra mid-thin wafer, and then he's like... Oh my god. Why would you parody that for a children's video game commercial? Nintendo's marketing in the mid-90s was really weird. Extreme marketing in general was just really, really fucking weird. I don't understand it myself. But yeah, they had some good games back then. Oh, yes. You guys ever heard of Retronauts? You should listen to Retronauts. It's a great old video game podcast about things, and very knowledgeable people talk about old video games on that thing. You'd like it. You should check it out. Well, we've got a minute left. I'm only on stage 6. Can I beat this guy before time runs out? I don't know. I want to try to get a 4 set of these stupid things. It might be a bad idea. Let's see what it can do. Okay. Oh god, what? Oh, this is not going that well. Come on. Oh, no. Fuck. I think that is where we are going to cut it off for now. Alright, kids. This has been week 4 of the Let's Play Olympics. Mr. Freezing Inferno's entry. Made it to stage 6 on normal difficulty. Please have mercy on me. Please! Oh, God. Well, I'll see you next week for more LP Olympic stuff. Bye.